Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hazimi Hamizat, and my matrix number is 01DT20F2034. And next.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Natasha binti Izzal and my matric number is 01DD20F2020. And next.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Arifat Ahmad Mizani. My matrix number 01DDT20F2027.
So today we want to present our final year, our mini project 2, which is about our final year project, which is a smart parcel box with certification. So I will start this presentation. This is the table of content for our mini project 2. So I will start the first 1.0, which is user interface design guidelines. The system user interface is the component that users will utilize to communicate with it. This comprises the screen display that enables system navigation, set of advice on how to use design principles to deliver a positive user experience are known as user interface design guidelines. Here, we present a few recommendations for user interface design that have been integrated into the system for our project. So, for the user interface design guidelines, visibility, the first one is visibility of the system status. These guidelines will provide user with information on how the system operates immediately with a status that is easy to understand and clearly display on the screen. The next one is user control and freedom. We give you the freedom to control available systems and functions such as on and off buttons, notification settings, and the last thing is historical and data monitoring. So the third one is help user recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. These guidelines are intended to encourage users to ask for help and solve the problem themselves. To ensure that your user understands the error and nothing is missing in the translation, the system will always state the error message in simple English. So, but last but not least, for the user interface design guidelines is help and documentation. Users sometimes need help, so the communication is important. This make it easy to find and lead them through each stage of the solution to the problem they are facing. So the next one is 2.0 is about user interface component, including screen elements and controls with elaboration. So as you can see here is user interface for screen elements and controls for the drop off and pick up parcel with application. You can see this is the function for the emergency button. So for the 2.1, application user interface. So the first step is which is you have to install Blink application on your smartphone. So find the Blink apps at the Play Store or App Store, depends on what devices that you have that you use. And the second one is install the Blink app on the smartphone. And the third one is create the new account Blink by using email. Then scan the QR code. You can see here, scan the QR code, and then that's how you use the apps lah. Okay, so next I will pass to Arif Aiman to explain the next point.
Thank you, Natasha. Okay, I will explain about 3.0, that is input and output controls and security. 3.1, input controls and security. Here means that input controls prevent invalid or incorrect data from entering the system. Input control can be applied to data entered by people or data sent from internal or external system. For the first point, in our input controls and security, value limit control. This checks the numerical data input to make sure the amount entered is reasonable. And secondly, perfection control. This ensures that all required data values describing the object or transaction are present. Third, data validation controls. These ensure that numeric fields containing codes or identifiers are correct. And lastly, field combination controls. These review various combinations of data inputs to ensure that the correct data are entered. And so next, 3.2, output controls and security. Output control is a technique for controlling output where the actual output is compared to the planned output to identify problems. Output control is important to our project because it provides measurable results. In addition, output control is also used to ensure that the products we produce are in accordance with the standard. The system monitors and measures different production aspects of an individual machine of work process. And for 4.0 testing. System testing is a type of testing that verifies the finished, fully integrated software product and evaluation of end-to-end system certification. If the aim of a system test, the software is typically just one component of a broader computer-based system. 4.1, there is system testing that is involved in our project. So for the first is usability testing, which is principally on the application's user friendliness, operational flexibility, and system capability to achieve goals. And secondly, load testing, which is critical to understand whether the software solution will function under real world demand. And number three, functional testing. Function testing also refers to as a functional perfection test. It is attempting to identify any potential gaps in functionality. And lastly, hardware and software testing. For hardware and for software testing is referred to as SS the through SW, which is during system testing is the time when the tester focus on the interface between hardware and software. And for next, I will pass to Muhammad Aziz to continue the presentation.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad Arif Aiman. Next, I will explain about 5.0 implementation. So, for the implementation, setting up for the smart parcel box with the notification. For the first one, we need to connect the power supply with the range AC to 20 volt to 240 volt, then turn on. And as we can see here, we have live wire and a neutral wire. And the live wire is red and neutral wire is black. And number two, we need to push the emergency button by the screwdriver to open the box and push with the mini screwdriver into the hole, the box, and then the box will open. And we need to take this attention that emergency button can be used while the system offline and no Wi-Fi connection only. So the next is turn off the power supply, and number four is set up the auto token and the Wi-Fi setting. The first one we need to open the screw, and number two is unplug the SD card from the MA01 kit, and number three is plug into the SD card reader, and number four is click at the network file, and then number five is the click the setting button at the Blink app. Okay, next. Number six, you need to copy and send the out token by using email. And number seven is we need to copy your email out token at the email. And next is number eight, and we can see the out token, and we need to paste the out token, then set your Wi-Fi name and password. And number nine, we need to go to file, and then click save, and then we need to unplug the SD card, and the second last is plug in the SD card into the MA01 kit, and then last one is the screw back the cover. Okay, next. Okay, for the number five, we need to turn on the supply, and we need to turn on the supply, and next we need to click play to figure above, and last one is we need to wait until it connected, then it's ready to use. And the last one is 6.0. We need to which is support and security. To ensure the operation efficient, improvement must be made to hardware, software, and documentation. So throughout the support and security phase, it consists of making adjustments to increase user demand, resolve issue, improve security, or increase system efficiency. To reduce the unforced issue brought by system and phase, good technically support should be developed. So that's all from our group, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.